All right, for chip Butty, our chipper, a 15-minute chipper, it's an AMRAP or a chipper, either way, it's the same thing. We're going to start with wall balls, okay? And this is the flow that we want you set up in the gyms that you're doing the event in. Start with wall balls, wherever that may be, whether it's at a rig or the wall. And then if you turn around and walk in to your first bar, which is going to be where you're going to do the 50 deadlifts, crank out your 50 deadlifts. And this is where it might be a little bit different per gym again. Over to your handstand push-up station for 30 handstand push-ups. Then you need to come into a bit of an empty space for 30 pistols, alternating legs. Then onto your second barbell for 10 power cleans. Carrying on then for 10 shoulder overhead. And then walking forward then to the end of your kind of lane, so to speak, for your AMRAP of the dumbbell box step overs. Okay, couple of things to know. So we're going to do the 2 barbells, and that's simply so that if we're going to go through 2 heats, which most gyms are going to need to, then the first group of people can do 50 wall balls, 50 deadlifts, and on the next nearest minute, we can start heat 2, and then they'll start, and then we'll flow through, okay? And then people in heat 1 and heat 2 aren't getting to like 1 barbell at the same time, because then you're going to go into your second barbell for the power cleans and the shoulder overhead, okay? So just making sure, if you're in heat 2, and let's say, for example, you might start when there's 5 minutes gone on the clock, okay? That might be your starting time. You just need to be aware then that your workout finishes then at 20 minutes, okay? Because you're starting at 5 and it's a 15-minute workout, okay? So just be really aware of that. Make sure you're not going over the time or under the time and doing yourself out of some reps, okay? Handstand push-ups is one to have a little think about. Generally, we just want everyone to keep good standards, okay? We're not going to say that you're going to sit there and get a tape measure out and mark out all your boxes, but as a general, really easy rule to follow, we don't want you going any wider than what your squat stance would be, okay? So if you just stand at your squat, at your handstand push-up station, wherever your feet would be, if your hands can be in a similar position, then fantastic, okay? We just don't want you going super wide just to crank out a load of reps. We're going to keep good handstand push-up standards, just like we'll need to do if they're coming up in the open or any other qualifier or any other competition, all right? So don't take the mick. Alternating pistols. The main thing to point out on these is it's alternating. So if Jack was go and he would fail a rep on his right leg, good acting, he'd have to make sure he repeated a rep on that right leg. Oh, no rep as well, and another no rep. He'd have to repeat the right leg and get a good rep before he'd then go on to the other leg. So you can't just crank them out on one leg. Okay, they are alternating. We know the crack with power cleans and shoulder overhead. Shoulder overhead can be any way. Push press, strict press, split jerk, any way you want. The dumbbell box overs, you can hold the dumbbell anywhere. So you can have it a single arm farmer's carry there. You can hold it in a goblet, on a front rack, whatever you want. On the back of your neck, however you want to do it, okay? When you're over the box, we just want to make sure that you're stepping through the box, okay? And obviously the other side. And what I mean by through the box is you're not going around the box. Okay, to cut corners. So everyone will probably have pretty much a standard box like this, just making sure that you're not getting your leg over the box to get around. You're going through and over. Okay? Yeah, and it's a 15-minute AMRAP. You'll go through the chipper, and then it's an AMRAP of the dumbbell. Your score is all of the reps together. So I think it was 180 reps here before you get to the dumbbell. So whatever reps you get in the dumbbell, add that to 180, that's your score. Okay? Enjoy.